special guest this evening. I want you all to put your hands together for Mr. Rod Picott.
Thank you for coming. Midnight, tossing and turning, my heart's on fire, house is burning, it's 1,000 degrees. Oh, you give me stereo side, black top books. That's not what's keeping me awake, darling. I can see. Oh, you give me something out there on the wind. I hear it calling out my name. Throws your shadow across my window screen. You give me, yeah, you give me, you give me, yeah, you give me. Down on the cold, closing the bar, the handcuffed heartaches up against a car like you up against me. Baby, in my dream, blue lights flashing on the wall. You don't know how I feel at all. I'm throwing all of my sheets off. Baby, I still can't breathe. You give me, yeah, you give me, you give me, yeah, you give me. Shot in the night, the neighbors fight. I can't keep my mind off you. Baby, got me right. Ooh, you give me, yeah. Much appreciate it. Thank you. Welcome to Rod Picott's Circus of Misery and Heartbreak. 75 minutes of just bummer after bummer. That's what you get here. There might be a welding portion of the show. There's definitely an unemployment portion of the show. There's also a divorce portion of the show. That'll be the longest portion of the show. It's just a little flower, but it's stronger than you think. You can cut it down, but it comes back again. It's not a falling star dropping through the black to make you catch your breath till the moment's past. Turns cold and the birds refuse to sing. She's long gone, baby, but she's stronger than you think. Yeah, she's stronger than you think. It's just a little flower, but it's stronger than you think. You can cut it down, but it comes back again. Not a pretty one, oh, it's not a flame of red. It's just a little blue, like a turns cold and the birds refuse to sing. She's long gone, baby, but she's stronger than you think. Yeah, she's stronger than you think. It's just a little flower, but it's stronger than you think. You can cut it down, but it comes back again. Thank you, thank you. It really is mostly bummers. So as I go through this, just remember that this is folk music. It's meant to be endured, not to be enjoyed. Just remember that. This is my town, out in the Rust Belt fields. We were banging out Buicks and Oldsmobiles. There was always a job, and the money was there. Some say we got a little lazy, no one seemed to care. But they figured it out, shoot the elbow grease, down to Mexico, off to the Chinese. And I learned a little something about how things are. No one remembers your name just for working hard. Drive it into the ground till the factory's cold, and they tear it all down and the parts get sold. Come the lawyers now, taking over the bones. This street is just ghosts where they used to be home. Cause they figured it out and shipped the elbow grease down to Mexico, off to the Chinese. I learned a little something about how things are. No one gets a bonus, bloody knuckles and scars. No one remembers your name just for working hard. It's a casino boat up around Boone. Think I'll buy me a bottle and a motel room. Put all I have left on a little black square. Risk it all like the big boys, like they don't even care. Drive you into the ground till your engine's cold, calling the auctioneer as the banks foreclose. And I learned a little something about how things are. No one gets a bonus, bloody knuckles and scars. No one remembers your name just for working hard. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm touring behind a new record. It's called Fortune, and
think it's a good title. Nothing's gone wrong with the title yet. I have screwed up a couple of my CD titles in the past. You can, if you feel free to laugh at it if you want to. In 2004, I put out an album called "Girl from Arkansas," and I didn't think it all the way through, and I put a picture of myself on the cover. And it's no big deal, you know, but it was an awkward moment with the UPS guy when he dropped 3,000 of them off. And, made for some strange gigs that year, but that's all right. I'm huge in the prison system in the South since that. I'm touring behind a new record, and it's called Fortune, and it's I'm getting really nice reviews on it. It's been really gratifying to get the good reviews and everything. And but I'll be honest with you. The truth is, it's a lot like the other records, really. I mean, less welding and unemployment and more breakup songs is what it is. I got so many breakup songs at this point. I don't even bother changing the names anymore. I just use their real name.
Could've let me fall a little softer than that. You didn't need the rag, the gasoline, and the match. But I'll hand it to you, darling, I sure understood. I watched it burn down around me like you said it could. And maybe that's what it takes, a good heartbreak. Maybe it grows back stronger. Next time it can last longer. Maybe that's what it takes. Not that I ever stop loving you. I just quit waiting for you to love me too. Your dress, so you put up with it. Oh, but now I can see that you have to believe you're not a queen just because there's some fool down on his knees. And maybe that's what it takes, heartbreak. Maybe it grows back stronger. Next time it can last long. Maybe that's what it takes. Well, it's not that I ever stop loving you. I just quit waiting love me too.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Let's see. I got a really nice hotel. I'm all excited about it. You know, I stay in hotels a lot. You know that. Obviously, I'm on the road, so I stayed at a Super 8 a few weeks ago in East Moline, and I had a really long day. I had driven a long way to the gig, and then I had a really kind of a hard gig. You know, I'd worked hard, and then I had a super long drive the next day, so I did part of it that night, and I stayed at a Super 8 in East Moline. And you know how when you stay at a hotel, you can tell when you pull into the parking lot, you know? And it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I pulled into the parking lot, and I just went, oh, shit, you know? Because even with, I mean, you know what you're getting with Super 8, but even when there's a range still, even with Super 8, you know? And I pull in, I'm like, ah, shit, there's no other place around, you know? So I go in there, and I'm checking in. I look like shit. I had a cold, you know, my nose is all running and everything, and I'm all exhausted and tired. I got my bag and my guitar case and my box of wine that I've been traveling with for 3 days. You know, it's got like 1.5 glasses left in it. I'm feeling like shit. You know, I don't feel good about myself because I had this hard gig. You know, so I'm checking in, and at one point the woman that was checking me in said, "Now, if you're going to party tonight." Make sure you invite the woman behind the desk. And I thought, what fucking party do you think you're going to? You know? And I also kind of thought, like, what kind of loser does she think I am that I'm pulling into a Super 8 at 1 o'clock in the fucking morning in East Moline for my party? You know? It's like, in my head I was thinking, this is the saddest party ever held. I wanted to say to her, it's just me sitting on the edge of the bed with my boxer shorts, drinking my last glass of wine from my box, looking for Seinfeld on TV. That's the party. That's it. The saddest party ever held. Should be a movie. So this one, this hotel I'm at is, I mean, it's in a casino, you know. I mean, obviously, it's in a casino. It's here, so it's in a casino. But I didn't realize, I learned something that a casino hotel is a good one to stay in because they're really cheap because they think you're going to gamble, right? Yeah, I ain't gambling. You know, they're handing me the things, you know, the coupons and different things for different games and stuff. And I'm just shoving them back. No, I'm a folk singer. No, I got nothing to lose. Oh, you don't understand. No, the $40 is all you're getting. That's it.
I spit all I had when I left my home. By the grace of a girl, I was not alone. No one ever knew my father's name. I had bad direction, but I found my way. Ain't I lucky? Yes, you are. Had a wreck like me to get this far. One more chance is all I need. I got a lucky charm, elbow grease. I said, Lord, help me find where I belong. I broke my back trying to find that song. Threw a straight right just to keep some pride. gave a middle finger to the hurt inside. Ain't I lucky? Yes, you are. Had a wreck like me to get this far. One more chance is all I need. I got lucky charm, elbow grease. Found myself down on my knees with ashes in my hands. I learned sometimes the love you find will leave you scarred and blind. Boots are old, but they're broken in. They're not worn out yet, just a little thin. So darling, meet me at the back porch light. We'll chase each other's ghosts back into that night. Ain't I lucky? Yes, you are. Had a wreck like me to get this far. One more chance is all I need. I got lucky charm, elbow grease. Ain't I lucky? Yes, you are. Had a wreck like me to get this far. One more chance is all I need. I got lucky charm, elbow grease.
Thank you very, very much. A couple more from the new CD, and I don't know if any. I've never played in Reno before, so I don't really know if y'all know any of the older records. But I've written a couple songs about my father over the last few CDs. One on the last record called Milkweed, and one on a CD called Welding Burns called Your Father's Tattoo. And I've really enjoyed writing about my dad. He's an interesting character. He's a full-on sort of northern New England character. You know, he's got that thick Maine accent, and he's a real funny guy, real tough. He joined the Marines when he was 16 years old. He lied about his age. Walked into the recruiter's office and said, "I'm here to join the Marines." The guy looked at him and said, "How old are you, kid?" He said, "I'm 16 years old." He said, No, you got to be 17 to join the Marines." So he said, "Thank you, sir," and walked around the block, went back inside, sat down again, said, "I'm here to join the Marines." The guy said, "How old are you?" He said, "I'm 17." And they took him. He's got these big old Marines tattoos that are, you can't tell what they are anymore, but I loved them when I was a kid. It's okay that you can't tell what they are, because one of them's misspelled. The one with his name, but it was the Philippines. It wasn't his fault. He's a real tough guy too. My dad. I don't mean like mean, but just real tough. You know, hard working. Was a welder, like I told you, and that whole side of the family is all these interesting guys. All of them are really super tough. My grandfather boxed when he was in the Army, and my great uncle was a heavyweight fighter in the 30s, a professional heavyweight fighter. He fought another named Tiger Tom Dixon. My uncle Fred was a professional middleweight fighter when I was a kid. Used to go to his fights and everything. And my father boxed when he was in the Marines, so these were all really tough guys. And but the toughest of them all was my Uncle John. And there's there's a whole bunch of family stories about my Uncle John. But so I decided to write a song about Uncle John. There was a big family fight years ago, like 25 years ago, and nobody even remembers, what the fight was about. But Uncle John got mad, and he's a lumber guy. He walked out into the woods with his chainsaw. Nobody's seen him since. So this is for everybody's got an Uncle John like that. The guy that, I don't know, like when you have a family get together in the summer, and there's that one guy you hesitate to invite because you want the day to go nicely. You don't want to have to pull one of the nephews out of the pond or, bring one of the animals to the vet or anything, That's my Uncle John. He's a real character. I haven't seen him in years and years. And so this is for everybody's Uncle John. And if you're sitting there thinking, let's see. If you're thinking to yourself, I don't really have a guy like that. I don't really have an Uncle John. Well, you do. Okay, you do. Uncle Don. All right, well, that'll work. But if you're thinking you don't have one, you know what that means. That means you're Uncle John. Yeah.
John works out in the woods. He'd do something else if he could. Got a chainsaw and a box of shims. He don't like people, don't like him. Drinks his beer from a can, his bottles break. 9 fingers from one mistake. Flannel shirt, Carhartt pants, ain't never been to a singles dance. Uncle John, he's not gone. He's in the woods where he belongs. 2 daughters and a bunch of sons. I can only remember some. When he's using a saw, he'll take a chew, 'cause you can't smoke Howard tunes. Uncle John, he's not gone. He's in the woods where he belongs. Let boys drive the truck when he had a little too much, but they were too small to change gears. It was one to shift, one to steer. Ain't seen him since the big fight. Nobody knows now who was right. No one remembers what the fuck. We're not the kind of people who make up. Uncle John, he's not gone. He's in the woods where he belongs. He's in the woods where he belongs.
For everybody's Uncle John. I wrote this next one with a young guy from Texas named Ryan Culwell.
You can spend $1 million in nickels and dimes. They wrote the Bible with 1 million little lies. The Golden Gate is nothing but rivets and steel. The heavens made of stars, and what if one of them fails? throw your prayer like a bird into the air. It might find another one up there. Rain falls when God spills his cup. We're down here forever cleaning up. Spare change, just a couple rough nickels if you rub them together. Maybe someday we can make something better. Finding quarters underneath the couch, trying to find enough to take you out. Maybe I could take you to Rome. I'll empty my buckets in a jar when I get home. Spare change, just a couple rough nickels if you rub them together. Maybe someday we can find something better. Spare change. Just a couple rough nickels if you rub them together. Maybe someday we can make something better. At a Greyhound station, he was sure to die in a yellow dress. She was standing there in line. God's gifts, they come down small. Babies and diamonds, spare the change.
Thank you. Any of you know a guy named Slade Cleaves? Yeah? Okay. We grew up together in that little town in Maine, a little town called South Berwick, Maine. And we've been writing songs together for 25 years now. So I'm going to do a song we wrote together. This guy used in a movie a few years ago called Don't Feel Bad, you haven't seen it. It's called Solitary Man. And we were real excited when they called us up and said it was going to be used in the movie. And Slade and I had a talk, and we said, what if it's a great movie? You know, what if it gets on HBO and we make a bunch of money and stuff? What if it's great? And I was at the hotel at the time when we were talking, so I started looking through that little guide they give you to show you what's on HBO, and I started looking through it, and I thought, well, actually, for it to get on HBO, actually, I hope it's a really shitty movie, because those are the ones they play over and over and over. And we talked about it, and we decided that the perfect level of shittiness would be better than Sylvester Stallone's Cobra, but not as good as Harry and the Hendersons. Just, we could slide right in that little slot, make a bunch of money. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, some, buddy used, some guy that we knew, No, it was a real movie. It had Michael Douglas and Danny DeVito, Susan Sarandon. It had, real movie stars in it. But I think it opened on a Friday in Los Angeles and New York, and Sunday afternoon it was in the bin at Walmart with Gremlins. And So it was kind of disappointing. But I rented it about a year after it came out. I saw it at the Red Box when I was grocery shopping. I said, "Hey, there's a movie." So I rented it, and you could hardly hear the song at all. It was, it was like two people were talking, and it was on the radio in the background and everything. And it was like real disappointing. But I will say, one of the coolest things is to watch a movie like that with movie stars and big director and everything, and then at the very end when the credits roll and they show the songs. And I saw my name, I paused it. I have to admit, that was pretty great. Rewind, 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 rewind. It was the best part of the movie for me. The first one was okay. I don't think I've seen one since. No, it wasn't much money. It didn't get played. Anyway, whatever. And so here's the song they used.
Billy gave Sherry a band of gold, rougher than a Bible bell roll. Along come a boy, pretty as the devil. She took his hand and all unraveled. There ain't no turning round, Sprog down. Billy took the ring, put it down in his pocket, went downtown and tried to hawk it. Somewhere at the bottom of Lake Pontchartrain, there's a love note carved in a wedding ring. Broke down, cracked and shattered, left in pieces like it never even mattered. No time now, Sprog down. There ain't no telling where love goes. Maybe down where the Black River flows. Ain't coming back around, Sprog down. Hell, there's a baby in the backseat and another on the way. Sherry calls him Billy, but that's not his name. She lies awake at night to the sound of her own heart. Betty's cold, but her blood runs hot. Broke down, cracked and shattered, left in pieces like it never even mattered. There ain't no time round, Sprog down. Side of town, two lovers lie still, cigarette smoking on a windowsill. It's a picture locked away in an old suitcase. Billy closes his eyes, but he still sees her face. Broke down, cracked and shattered, left in pieces like it never even. Broke down, torn and frayed, ain't nothing left you could give away. There ain't no time now, it's broke down. It's broke down. It's broke down. trouble, it ain't enough to get you out. It's just a 410 shotgun, cut the stuff in, barrel down. It's just a 410 shotgun, get the duct tape, wrap it around. It's just a 410 shotgun.
Thank you. This guitar? This is a, it's not as old as it looks, much like myself. It's about a 2000, I guess, 1999 or 2000 J45, Gibson J45. It's played a lot, you can see that. It's been everywhere with me. It's been lost a couple of times from the airlines, but I always made it back. And I'd be lost without it. Here's another one that Slade and I wrote together.
Black T-shirt in the parking lot, drone boots out back smoking pot. Black guy ain't wear it proud. China Grove playing way up loud. Just a little cut up on your brow. Principal said don't come back down. Every night it's a scream and shout. Mama's new boyfriend wants you out. You know you're gonna pay for the things you do. You know what put your mama through. So you hitchhike to work and you hitchhike back. You hope you're home before the sky goes black. Cars go by, but they don't stop. These days no one picks you up. You know you're gonna pay for the things you do. You know what you put your mama through. Mexico. Some guy works there you used to know. Is a dealer in a trailer off the interstate. Got a big idea in a 38. You know you're gonna pay for the things you do. You know what you put your mama through. You know you're gonna pay for the things you do. You know what you put your mama through.
think it's going just great so far. I think it's going great. You know what it was? The gig. I'll tell you. The gig was a brewery. You know, a microbrewery, which is fine. You know, but they wanted me to play at on Friday at 5 o'clock, from 5 to 7. You know, which is like everybody getting off work and coming over to the brewery to just get fucking hammered. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. It was so fucking loud, you know. I mean, there were tons of people there. I tell you, though, I mean, just to play for, 8 or 10, 12 people who are really listening is worth more to me than playing to 200 people, who are just hanging, you know what I mean? This is a song I wrote with I toured for a long time, and a lot of people didn't know when we were together. Do you know who Amanda Shires is? Amanda Shires. She's a wonderful. She's a Texas fiddle player, and she's like the best harmony singer you ever heard. And she's married now to a guy named Jason Isbell. But for Amanda and I, we toured together for a long time. A lot of people didn't know we were a couple the whole time. I think people. I figured out later people didn't know because she didn't tell anybody. I did. I told people before it was even true, you know. And we were broken up, and we had a few more tour dates to finish up, and so we were driving around together, and we said, hey, we're breaking up. Let's write a breakup song. I mean, we're in the middle of it right now. We know exactly what it feels like, so we did. I know, it sounds awkward, doesn't it? I say that out loud. It sounds terrible. Like, that's a terrible idea, Rod. Just awful. But the song came out pretty nice. You can judge it. You let me know.
You get Jesus, you get the devil too. You get Jesus, you get the devil too. Open up your screen door, they both walk on through. You can shoot the sparrow from your windowsill. You can shoot the sparrow from your windowsill. You won't sing no more, but another little sparrow will. They built bridge down across the Pontchartrain. They built a bridge down across the Pontchartrain. I'd take a hammer to it, baby, but it still wouldn't make you stay. You're a waning moon, you're a setting sun. Everything fades to a deep dark blue when its time is done. broken now, baby, what you done? Don't you be surprised when you see me with another one. Don't you be surprised when you see me with another one.
How about a hand for Doug on the sound back there? Doug, thank you very, very much. Sounds great. Appreciate the help very, very much. You know, as a folk singer, I would like to stand here and complain about something, but I'm looking for stuff, but it sounds really nice. So it's part of the job almost to complain about the, you know, too much high end. Now there's not enough high end, you know. This is another song from the new record, and I got this one came from I got obsessed for a couple of days watching old Howlin' Wolf videos on YouTube. Anybody seen that stuff? Howlin' Wolf, the blues singer. If you've never seen him, he was a beautiful man. He was like 6'5" and looked like he weighed about 300 pounds. He was just enormous. And I got obsessed watching these videos, and I lost a couple days. I highly recommend it. It's a good way to lose a couple of days. But what I was trying to figure out why I was so captivated by watching him, and I realized at a certain point it was just his utter sheer confidence. You know, he's just so confident, and the way he kind of approached the mic, you know, like he was challenging it and stuff, and it's so fun to watch it. And I tried to think of what my middle-aged, skinny-ass white guy version of that would be. You know, here's what I came up with.
I can make it on my own here. You won't hear me complain. Just quit pissing on my leg and telling me it's rain. 'Cause I'm not leaving. Oh, I'm not leaving till I'm satisfied. Well, I thought I heard love call me, heard it call my name. Stood and waited at the kitchen door, but no one ever came. I'm not leaving. No, I'm not leaving. Blue Jays bring you money, you just have to ask. Stood outside in the cold dog rain, but the damn bird flew right past. I'm not leaving. No, I'm not leaving till I'm satisfied. Well, bless your crooked heart, babe, crooked as a dog's hind leg. Time is up and flown away, there ain't nothing left to beg. No, I'm not leaving. No, I'm not leaving. There's a crow on the mailbox, there's a black cat in the yard, and I'm a dog who found a bone, and I'm gonna work it hard. There's nothing going on here, it's all just mud and dust. The old man hollered down the rain, but the chrome had turned to rust. I can make it on my own here, you won't hear me complain. Just quit pissing on my leg and telling me it's rain. 'Cause I'm not leaving. No, I'm not leaving till I'm satisfied. I'm not leaving. No, I'm not leaving till I'm satisfied.
All right, thank you. There's a gentle pushback to those people that are in your life that try to make you less than you can be instead of making you more than you can be. You know, you don't need them. Just sniff them out.
You kept track of all my failures, counted them one by one. Said it was only for my own good, but you sure looked like you had fun. I tried to be someone you could be proud of, but you always let me know I was not worth your love. I remember searching for answers you wanted from me while you held them on your tongue just out of my reach. So show me all that truth you were so sure of. Yeah, the one thing I know is true, I was not worth your love. You always liked the broken ones. I wasn't wrecked enough for you. I guess you made me what you wanted all along. What you put me through. Well, fortune never smiled at me. He just walked on by, and I saw him whispering in your ear. You look so satisfied. But I bet you must be proud to stand so high above. Where we stood back when I was not worth your love. You always liked the broken one, didn't you? I wasn't wrecked enough for you. I guess you made me what you wanted all along. What you put me through. It's okay, darling, I know now. In your way you tried, hell you didn't even care enough to let yourself cry. Midnight sky is different now. Your star doesn't hang where it was. Back when it killed me that I was not worth your love. Back when it killed me that I was not worth your love.
Do get time for just a couple more songs here. I'm gonna do one of the. I told you a little bit about my father earlier. I'm gonna do one of the songs I wrote about my father. He had a tough couple of years, the last couple of years, and it wasn't looking too good for him for a while. He's not old. He's 75 years old, but he was ill for a while, and so I wrote this song for him, thinking about when he wasn't going to be around. And I just appreciate him so much more, you know, now that I'm an adult. He's a really funny guy. He's got that real dry sense of humor that northern New Englanders have. I remember when I called him up when I got divorced the first time, and I said, That's its own joke, isn't it? I called him up and said, hey, it's not working out. We're going to get a divorce. And nobody's mad or anything, but we're just not happy, so we're getting a divorce. He was real quiet. And 30 seconds later, he said, well, Rod, I guess there's more cans in the dump. So he's that kind of guy. I can't bring him to a show. He's seen me play 3 or 4 times over the years, but the last time he came to a show, he sat right in front and talked to me while I was playing, you know. He didn't sort of get that a show was happening, and he was sitting right there, and I'd be introducing a song, you know. At one point I was trying to introduce one of these pretty ballads, you know, and I started talking, and he went, "Did you get your snow tires on yet?" I said, "Dad, I'm doing a show." He said, "Go ahead, do your big show. I don't care. Go ahead." One of my favorite things about my father is, I would describe him as he is exactly the guy. You know, if you're broken down on the side of the road at 4 o'clock in the morning, my father is exactly the guy that you want driving up, pulling over. He'd do anything for you, you know. Anyway, I wrote this song for him. This is called Milkweed.
Same old wood stove, nails and jars, 2x4s and cans of paint. Spelt is cracked in a couple extra holes, with a leather punch from the inside too. Underneath the sink with the kiwi shine, black for black and red for brown. He never said much and he never would. Never fixed the coffee cup that he broke. They put him in the one suit he ever owned, combed his hair like he never did. Who's gonna pull the milkweed now that he's gone? Who's gonna cut the dead trees down? Who's gonna sing that gospel song? Get the words all wrong. Creosote on his shoes, creosote on his pants, roof and tar on the porch rail, roof and tar on his hands. Who's gonna pull the milkweed now that he's gone? Who's gonna cut the dead trees down? Who's gonna sing that gospel song? Get the words all wrong. There's a tree snake curl in the milkweed, and the thorns are growing wild. The cannon jar filled with gas, a hole somewhere down inside. Who's gonna pull the milkweed now that he's gone? Who's gonna cut the dead trees down? Who's gonna sing that gospel song? Get the words all wrong.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna thank you so much to Michael for bringing me in for the show, and thank you so much for coming to listen to these songs. It means an awful lot to me. No matter how many people are here, I always think, I always genuinely feel like I'm playing for the people that came to listen. I'm not worried about the people that didn't show. So thank you so much for being here. Thanks for taking a chance. And thanks for the great job on sound, Doug. Appreciate it very much.
I bought an old Ford Falcon, wrote $100 check and thanked him. Broke down on the way back home. It was just a carburetor, so it didn't take long. It's got a busted windshield, bald tires and a broken door. But it gets me to my baby, that's what I bought it for. 65 Falcon, she likes to sit right in the middle, bare legs on a vinyl seat, paints her toes up on the dashboard when she rides around with me. It's about 10 miles to the gallon, half the gas goes up in fumes. Nobody tailgates this car, everybody gives you lots of room. Lots of static on the end dial, but it plays WSN. I like it when they play the old stuff. She sings a long distance line of tunes. She hears me coming from a mile away, fan belt whines, all the dogs bark. Left an oil stain on her driveway, but now I know right where to park. Sometimes we drive for miles, sometimes we just park out back and drink beer with the doors wide open, making plans on a AAA map. 65 Falcon, drive a Camaro, don't wanna wear cologne, don't need a kick-ass stereo, all I need is a 65 Ford. 65 Falcon.
Thank you so much, everybody. If you fell in love with any of the songs, the CDs are over here. Thank you.
Give it one more time for Mr. Rod Picott. Thank you, Rod.